As of October 12th of 2025, there are currently 41 volcanoes which are actively erupting around the planet, a total which is 2 less than were erupting last week. About 1/5 of these erupting volcanoes are located in the nation of Indonesia, with the most famous being Mount Merapi. Mount Merapi has, during the last several years, contained 2 slowly growing andesite composition lava domes which produce fairly frequent partial collapses, causing fragments of lava to roll down slope. From this volcano is how we get the term Merapi-type Volcanoon eruption. However, during larger collapses or even rare Plinian eruptions, significant pyroclastic flows are sometimes generated which can travel up to 16 kilometers or 9.9 miles distant. And now, here are this week's top volcano-related news stories. In the Philippines, the Kanlaon volcano erupted anew from its summit, producing weak and intermittent ash emissions. Meanwhile, in the Azores, the alert level for a section of the Terceira volcano was raised due to the likely detection of magma at 2 miles depth in a new location. And in what is this week's top story, while not technically a true volcano, in Azerbaijan, the Erupting Mud Volcano explosively erupted on October 11th, 3 times sending a fireball into the air across a 40-minute time span. While Azerbaijan does contain true active volcanoes such as Porak, which produced a distinctive lava flow in 780 BCE, what the nation contains far more of are mud volcanoes. Azerbaijan contains half of all the world's mud volcanoes which exist due to the nation's vast natural gas deposits. What happens is groundwater infiltrates a natural gas-bearing rock layer. The natural gas within that layer turns the water acidic, and then the carbon dioxide held within the now acidic groundwater either rises through pre-existing fault lines or rises by eating away at the rock layers above it. Thus, when the material reaches the surface, it is a finely grained mud, and because there is abundant natural gas present, all that takes is a spark for things to get explosive. Hence why mud volcanoes in Azerbaijan can produce explosive eruptions. In these eruptions, the rising natural gas ignites and expands into a fireball. And that is exactly what occurred, probably due to a large batch of rising gas at the Erupting volcano at 8:27 a.m. on October 11th. The gas ignited, creating a several hundred-meter-high fireball on 3 separate occasions, as 3 distinct batches of gas rose in a 40-minute time span, creating 3 distinct eruptions. This particular mud volcano has produced prior explosive eruptions, such as one during September 2018. Meanwhile, in the Philippines, the Kanlaon volcano erupted for its first time in approximately 3 weeks, sending weak plumes of ash a few hundred meters above its summit. This occurred once on both October 5th and October 12th. This type of weak and intermittent ash emissions has repeatedly occurred since mid to late 2024 at Kanlaon. All of these weak ash emissions are purely phreatic, meaning they do not involve the ejection of any lava. With sulfur dioxide emissions still high, in my opinion, I suspect Kanlaon will erupt more similarly sized eruptions in the next 2 weeks. And on the Azores island of Terceira, a section of the volcano had its alert level raised due to the likely detection of magma in a new location at 2 miles depth. For reference purposes, while the island of Terceira only has 1 volcano, it is subdivided into 3 segments which are each assigned distinct alert levels as shown here. The section whose alert level was just raised, specifically from V1 to V2, was the Terceira fissural volcanic system, although the unrest that caused this change is confined to this narrow region on the east flank of the Santa Barbara stratovolcano. While magma had been intruding deep underneath the Santa Barbara edifice for some time, it appears as though in recent months molten rock branched off, intruding into the deep plumbing of the Terceira fissural volcanic system. In other words, in a 17-month time span, this magma has risen from 5 kilometers to 3 kilometers below sea level. Hence, incredibly slow motion, which in my opinion does not pose the immediate threat of a volcanic eruption. Here is a quick list of all the world's volcanoes which are currently erupting. Additionally, here are some volcanoes showing signs of unrest which are not erupting as of the recording of this video on October 12th of 2025. As a final note, I would like to thank my YouTube channel member Jared Wilson for supporting my work.